Hi everyone, Simon here with a review of Deemo Reborn. Deemo Reborn is a full 3D remake of the original mobile rhythm action game Deemo that I actually bought on PlayStation Vita several years ago when it got a limited run games release and there was a physical edition because the Vita version of Deemo didn't actually come to Europe. But this Deemo Reborn version comes to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation VR. When you buy the game, you get both versions essentially, and you switch inside the menus between VR and TV mode, and you can do so on the fly at any point during the game. I don't have PSVR, so that's about all I can say on the VR options. What we're talking about here is TV mode. But this is essentially the definitive version of Deemo in terms of a fully baked story, lots of puzzles, and the musical section. It doesn't come with all of the music that's on the mobile game, but there is a season pass that is already giving out several packs per month over like a 4-month period, I believe it to be, or a 6-month period. For those of you that are new to Deemo, I'll quickly explain what it's all about. You play as a little girl who is trapped inside this giant mansion. She wakes up in there, she doesn't know why she is there. But she's there with Deemo, who looks like Slender Man crossed with how I imagine the broom out of Howl's Moving Castle to look like as well. I don't know why, but that's what I've decided Deemo is about. And Deemo plays the piano, and that's when you go into music mode and like play the rhythm action game. After every song, the tree that is behind the piano grows further and further, which incentivizes the little girl to go and find new music for him to play. Because as the tree goes up and up and up, there is a giant window at the top, almost signalling the escape from the mansion. So the more pieces the little girl can play, the more new music Deemo can play, and the more new music, the bigger the tree, the more likely she is to escape. Whilst that's all going on, a masked girl is running around at the same time, warning her that maybe this might not be the best idea, but you kind of get the impression that the masked girl is busy kind of going, "You're taking Deemo away from me, bitch, back off." So, interesting dynamic. As the tree goes and grows, it opens up new rooms to the mansion because you can climb up different levels, and each room will give you new music to unlock, and they'll either be through like hide and seek puzzles or actual like almost like point and click adventure puzzles where you can find scraps of information in one thing and then manipulate, say, like a table around to put symbols in different slots, or like turn on and off different instruments in an orchestra or an organ so that they play songs and riffs in certain orders. It's really quite interesting, the amount of puzzles that are in there, and it's so much more beefed up compared to what the original Deemo was like. It was truly interesting and really well put together, actually, how the game does, because it always incentivizes you to go and play the game further and further. However, rhythm action lovers like me will be very much interested in the music mode, where the game originally has 60 songs for you to play on. I think there was 35 in the original Deemo, so it's nigh on double. And then there's a season pass which comes out with sets of, I think it's 4 songs, or it's 5 songs with 3 charts each on 3 different difficulty levels. But there's like, they're coming out each month, has got 3 packs of those 5 songs, so it's going to get beefy quickly if you go for the season pass. And the way how the controller is set up reminds me very much of the 6-button mode in DJ Max and DJ Max Respect, which is the current version of that game. So the piano notes will come down towards you, and you've got left, up, right on the D-pad, and then on the PlayStation 4 you've got square, triangle, circle to kind of make like the 3 buttons as you go along. You can replace up and triangle with a trigger button, and that covers most of the notes. But then when you've got like a golden sweep, you then press the left or right analog stick so that it's as if you're like doing like a an unfurling of piano notes as it goes along, and that works really well. I was a bit confused as to why they didn't use the touchpad, but maybe the touchpad doesn't have the precision in it that I assumed that it did. And basically, the more complicated the chart is, the more complex these different patterns will become. You will either be trying to go for a 100% completion which is where you've hit every note but hit it perfectly on time. If you don't get what is called, I think it's charming, for each note, which is like perfect, then you'll just get like a pass hit for that note if you hit it, and then that will not make you get to 100%. So you might end up with like 99.5 and be like, "Arr!" But then you'll still get a full combo. So they're kind of like the two main things that you're going for. And then there's no, what I really like about Deemo Reborn is that there's no fail state. So you can be absolutely trash and just hit like a couple of keys and get to the end and pass, in theory, the song itself. But the incentive is to go back to continually increase your percentage as you go along. There's enough songs throughout the story mode that means that if you are pretty terrible at the music mode, you can still get through and be like okay-ish and play the songs several times on different difficulties to kind of boost up the tree height so that you can still open up new areas and do new things. So the game is really well balanced in that regard, so you don't actually have to be very good at rhythm games to be able to complete Deemo Reborn. However, what I will say is that the game is exceptionally difficult when it starts getting to the 6s and 7s out of 10s for me. And from what I've heard of, speaking with other people, is that the TV mode is harder than the VR mode, because in the VR mode you're playing with the move controllers and you've got two hands, and you're essentially just moving your hands in front of buttons as they go along so that you're there. Whereas because the TV mode makes you press all of the buttons as you're going along, it expects so much more of you, and quite often you're pressing on the really, really like hard difficulties of the 9s and 10s. You're pressing three things at the same time, and my brain was just like pop, and it goes super, super, super fast. So I will never get the platinum on this game, because one of the trophies is a gold trophy that says that you must have all songs completed on 80% or more completion on hard mode, and I'm like no. But that is not stopping me having an absolutely fantastic time trying. The game is really well put together. There is a configuration mode that lets you do the timing offset for your TV as well, which is a must for all good pro style rhythm action games. So yeah, this is just joyous. This is easily one of the best rhythm action games that have been out in the last decade. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's just, the range of music is really good as well, because you've got a mixture of like jaunty piano, ballad piano, classical, then there's like some techno stuff, there's a few kind of poppy songs thrown in there as well, and yeah, it's just a joy to discover. 2 thumbs up, best version of Deemo that I found to date. Go and buy it if you are a rhythm action lover, want a soppy story that's going to probably make you cry a little bit. Gorgeous graphics, sentimental gameplay, top notch. What a way to round out 2019 for a rhythm action gamer than grabbing yourself Deemo Reborn. It's out now. If you've got any comments or questions about the game itself, leave it down below and I'll get back to you and answer them for you. A written review will be out on higherplayinggames.com at the end of this week. I'm just seeing just how much I can get on those hard modes on 80% before I kind of declare all hell and go, nope, I'm okay, before I write that. So yeah, go buy. Higher Plane Games is part of the Higher Plane Network, a collection of media projects ran by me. If you like what you see and want to find out more, visit patreon.com/Higher Plane Network. Your support can make so much more possible, be that a like, a comment, a share, or a pledge. Thanks for watching.